We are live on the Oxford podcast. Good morning, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's a big deal in America. Um, I almost put on green today. I almost was like, oh, let me get my green stuff on. And just as I was about to put on my green stuff, I then realized I was an adult male and didn't do that. But what I might do tonight is drink a Guinness, even on what is it, Tuesday? On a Tuesday? Because that Guinness Zero, I tried it this week. It's great. So if you want to stay in shape but celebrate the Irish, which they're amazing people, know a lot of great Irish people, have a Guinness Zero today. It won't affect your summer body, which is why you're really here to learn all about getting in summer shape. But yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. So the patron saint of Ireland, St. Patrick. The patron saint of England is St. George. Not really a big holiday in England. Is there a patron saint of America? Let's have a look. Patron saint of USA. Patroness of the United States is Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, Virgin Mary. Patroness. So I'm guessing that's a no. Saint Mary? Well, St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're having a great week. Bring a friend week. Pop in the gym. Absolute awesome week. Just having fun. But that workout yesterday was no joke. People at the end of round one, they were just kind of staring at me like, we're doing 3 more rounds of this? I was like, let's go. You chose 30 calories and 30 burpees. It's on. So, yeah, if you want your friend to feel like that, if you want your friend to look at you like that, then bring them this week, because there's nothing like it. It's still my favorite thing is when people look at me like that. What is this? What is this workout you've got me into? So today I'm talking about spring's done, right? I know you think spring's going because you can't breathe, but spring's done. We're not talking about spring anymore. Talk about summer. Summer is going to come so fast. It's already March 17th, right? So summer's going to be here before you know it. You want to look good this summer. No matter how many kids you got, no matter how many jobs you got, no matter how much stuff you're doing, you want to look good, right? You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel confident. That's why you're in the gym anyway. So I'm going to tell you today how to get a summer body without your family hating you, basically. And it's 3 simple rules that I have my men work on. I think they also could apply to women, but these are more oriented towards the men, towards the dads. These are the simple rules, 3 simple rules for getting in shape without your family resenting you, without ruining your family's life, basically. If getting in shape means sacrificing time with your wife, your kids, and basically taking over your life, then you're doing it wrong. The goal isn't just a summer body, it's a body and a lifestyle that you can actually sustain. I've seen it over and over and over again. Dads get motivated and they go all in. They start skipping dinners, they start living in the gym, they start obsessing over food. 6 weeks later, most of the time less than that, they burn out or their family starts to resent them. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get lean, strong, and confident for the summer without blowing up your family life. 3 simple rules. That's it. We're going to reframe this goal. So before we get tactical, we need to fix something first. Your goal isn't just fat loss. Your goal is to be strong, to look good, to have energy, and to be present at home. If your fitness plan makes you tired, irritable, and absent, it's not a good plan. It's a terrible plan. The best shape of your life should make you a better husband, a better dad, not worse at all them things. Here's tip number one. One of my favorite, simplest tips that you can have is intermittent fasting and feast and fast days. We've got to start with food because that's where most of the guys mess up. Try to eat perfectly all the time just because summer's coming. That doesn't work. Not only do you have business dinners, you have family dinners, you have kids' snacks everywhere, you have social events, and if you got toddlers, let's not talk about the number of birthday parties. So instead, what can we do to make it simple? Intermittent fasting during the week. Now, I don't care what the studies show and what the studies talk about on intermittent fasting. That's not what it's about. It's about making life simple for busy working dads and parents. Skipping breakfast and just pushing your meal back to around lunchtime, maybe even 10 o'clock, you've shortened that eating window and you've shortened the amount of time that your body is just trying to process all this food, right? So I want an 8 hour eating window. What that does for me is it's so easy to skip breakfast. Then I can just pile on a great big lunch, go work out. And then at night, I've shortened that eating window so that I'm not eating through the night, right? That's when most men gain weight. The next thing I want to talk about is feast and fast. So having some lighter days, lighter, controlled, higher protein days, and then the other days where you eat more and enjoy meals with your family. Why this works is you're not fighting against life. I have my men schedule out what day this week is going to be a feast day. So they might have date night. They might have a big kids event that they have to go to. They might have a meal at work, like a big company meal where they don't want to be like that guy that's not eating all the food or that guy that's not having a drink. They might need to blend in. So what you do is you make that a feast day, right? You don't really worry about what you're going to eat that day. You just enjoy the time with your family, with your friends, or with your work colleagues. And then the next day, you have a lighter, much more controlled, just high protein day with basically no carbs. You can then eat big with your family, friends, work colleagues on special occasions, but then you can stay lean by tightening things up during the week. Why does this work? It works because you don't then need discipline 24/7. You're not annoying to be around. You don't make life impossible for your family dinners, for your work colleagues, and for everybody else. You've got a system that creates balance. This works for me great, right? Especially last week, for example, we went to the Atlanta United game. I made that just a feast day. We enjoyed hot dogs. I had a few beers. I had a great time with my wife and kids. And then the next day was Sunday, and I didn't eat anything until dinner. And I just had a little taco bowl, no rice, just the meat, threw on a bunch of avocado, guacamole, cheese, all that good stuff. Just didn't have the carbs. Didn't eat any carbs all day Sunday. And so I've reset, ready for the week. But I didn't miss out on an awesome Saturday with my family, right? You can make this work for you and your lifestyle. And you don't just need to be the person that is constantly worried about food. No one knew that I was having a feast and a fast day. It didn't have to come up because I had a great time with my family. And then the next day is Sunday. Like, nobody cares you don't have a little bit of breakfast. Just have some coffee, maybe some bone broth. And then at night, still have the tacos with the kids. Just don't eat the rice. You don't have to make a big deal of it. You don't have to adjust your family's routine. You can build into it a way for you to gain muscle and burn fat so you look great for the summer and you just don't miss any of these events. Tip number 2 is again on the nutrition side, right? Because that's 99% of how you're going to get results. We got to clean up what you eat by building everything around protein first. So you've got to eat more protein. We want to build muscle. We want to be strong. We're not just trying to lose. We're not just trying to get skinny. We're trying to be strong. So every meal, protein's your anchor, right? Meat, eggs, throw them in there. Why protein? Well, it keeps you full. It builds muscle and it helps burn fat. Now, what about carbs? That are most men's Achilles heel, most men's kryptonite, and they're everywhere. Carbs aren't the enemy, but mistiming your carbs is where the problem lies. So here's the play: eat most of your carbs right after your workout. Right after your workout, keep your carbs lower earlier in the day. So intermittent fasting already kind of took care of that for you. Then, as soon as you finish working out, throw in all your carbs. So for lunch, protein, veggies, and fat. Lunch is kind of breakfast. And then for dinner with your families, focus on protein and carbs. But then, because of intermittent fasting, cut off them carbs earlier in the day. You're not cutting your carbs, you're just kind of earning your carbs. This advice generally doesn't work for women, right? But most men are pretty okay working out kind of fasted. You're going to get protein, veggies, and fat. You're going to kind of use them as your energy source. Tip number 3 is the most important one. When do you work out? This is where most guys lose their family. They train at the worst possible times, right after work, during dinner, when the kids are at home. And now fitness becomes the conflict. The fix? Train when your family doesn't need you. This means getting up early or working out later in the evening, right? You've got to figure that out. If you can also work out at lunch, what a great time to work out. So try and fit it in where you got to get it in. And for most men, that might mean joining Caitlin's 5 a.m. club. If you're not up at 5, your kids are not up at 5 a.m. in general, right? So get up, get that workout in, and then get home and help and be the dad that they need. Or have family time, have dinner time, then go work out. Or if you can, put that fake meeting on your calendar every day and work out at lunchtime. But once you're a parent, once you're a dad, once you've got a family, you can't just work out whenever you want, right? Your workouts are selfish if they take up that family time. So instead, you want to make them invisible to your family and consistent for you. And in order to do that, I think the key is working out as early as possible. The next thing is you don't need 2-hour workouts. You need 45 to 60 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week with focused intensity. If you're near one of our gyms in Grant Park in East Atlanta, we'll take care of that for you. Sign up, come to the 5 a.m. club. Maybe 6, maybe noon, or maybe later on in the evening when it's not going to affect your family time. If your workouts disrupt your family, then you won't stick with them. Simple as that. So let's put it all together. What have we talked about? If you follow these 3 rules, intermittent fasting during the week, enjoy meals with your family, set up that feast and fast day, but schedule it ahead of time. Don't just get in the middle of a Tuesday and be like, well, I guess this is my feast day. Prioritize protein and start timing when you're eating your carbs. That looks different for men and women. So if you're a man, hit me up, anadox.fit. I can help you with that. If you're a woman, Caitlin, Savannah, Lauren, all available to help you with that and all available to help you with when to eat protein, when to eat fat, when to eat carbs. The key for men, the key for dads, tip number 3, you have to train when your family doesn't need you to be around. If you follow them 3 super simple rules, you'll lose fat, you'll build muscle, and you'll have more energy, and you'll actually enjoy doing it. You'll enjoy your life. All it takes is a couple of weeks to get that routine set up, and it's really, really easy. I take that back. It's not easy. It is simple. But if you want it to become easy, all you have to do is message me at ox.fit. Getting in shape should not cost you your marriage, your relationship, or your kids. If it does, you're chasing the wrong version of fitness. You want a simple and structured plan that fits into your life and doesn't take over your life. That's exactly what we do at Oxfit. We help busy dads get strong, lean, and consistent without sacrificing what matters the most. Drop me a comment on this video, summer 2026, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. Short, simple. All you got to do is hit me up. That's all I got today, folks. Let's do this thing. Hit me up, anadox.fit. Summer is right around the corner. You can be in the best shape of your life. Try them 3 simple tips. If you want help, accountability, and somebody that's been working with hundreds and hundreds of men for the last 10 years, let's do this. Have a great day. Stay warm. Put on your starter jackets. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy yourself a Guinness Zero. What do they call it? 0.0 or something like that. Non-alcoholic Guinness. Because I think there's good stuff in Guinness. Oh, that was what they used to tell us. Short and sweet, Cash.